Can you feel it? There's a certain spirit in the air, isn't there, Sean?
Mm.
This time of year, yes, it's a very psychic time of year. And so we thought, how could we do a Halloween show without inviting an actual medium to join us? Well, guess what? One.
We do
But
have
maybe you
one.
already knew that.
She's not a fly-by-night psychic, by the way. She's not a
Mm-mm.
fly-by-night psychic medium. She's a fifth generation. This has been going on in her family for years. Dallisa Hocking, CEO of Spirit and Spark, joining us now from home, dressed, by the way. She's going to wear this through Christmas. How are you, Dallisa?
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me on the show. So I figured I celebrate Halloween pretty much the entire year. So why not dress as a Christmas elf this time?
My goodness, I love it. It's
Mix it
great.
up.
Come on now.
Mix it up.
So I'm curious. So you're a fifth generation psychic medium. What was this like? Did you figure it out as a child that this was going to continue on to you? Did you see dead people?
Great question. One thing that's really interesting about my story is this is not what I thought I was going to do for a living. My grandmother and her grandmother had these abilities. I was always very in tune. My family would talk about spirits and quite literally what ghost would walk through their living room the night before. And I was
Wow.
very curious, but I worked in the hospitality industry. I was an executive on the Strip. I've worked at a business school in Texas. This was not what I thought was going to happen. And the universe had other plans, and the torch was passed down to me. I said, all right, fine, let's give this a shot. And now it's just over the past several years has grown and grown. And now Spirit and Spark is a national company, which makes it a lot of fun.
That's awesome.
Wow, that's amazing. I'm really in awe of people like you who have a gift, even made more fascinating by the fact that it runs in your family. What is it like for you to experience your gifts, to experience being a medium? Do you see things? Do you hear things?
Right. So I am a clairvoyant, a clairaudient, and a clairsentient, which means that I see, I hear, and I feel. I'm a conduit between us and the other side. And I like to explain it like I just get the dial just right, like a radio frequency, and I'm able to hear messages. So just like some people speak a foreign language, I consider it an energy language, and I'm interpreting that. And oftentimes, spirit will show me symbolism or colors or animals, and I have to look at it and play charades with them and determine what it is that they're trying to communicate through to me.
So amazing. You speak dead.
Mm,
It's very interesting.
mm,
Is it do you feel more spirits during Halloween, or is it kind of like this all year long? It's just we kind of pay more attention to
hmm
it during Halloween.
I think it's all year. I don't think it's one day of the year. I would say the veil between us and the other side is a little bit thinner, usually between 2 a.m. and 3 a.m. And so if you find yourself constantly waking up during that hour, it's likely because you're picking up on energy of people or spirits around you, not to scare you. But on Halloween, I think that it's just the same, except there are many more of us that are open and willing to explore the paranormal or ghosts. And what we think about, we get more of it expands. And so I
Yeah.
think it's just the hyper awareness this type of year, but I think it's all year long.
Speaking of hyper awareness, I feel hyper right now because I just want to ask you so many questions. Um, what's it's all about? But I'll start with one. I do wake up really early in the morning, and one person I often think about, or there's two things I often think about when I wake up, is one is my father, who I lost in 2011, who I was very close with, and the other actually was a pet, was my first dog, Tucker. Do you have any advice to someone who probably doesn't have any psychic gifts on how I can be more open to receiving messages from them?
Great question. I think all of us can experience information from loved ones, whether that was a human being or an animal. My suggestion would be to ask. They can hear you. And whether you say it out loud or you say it silently to yourself, you can ask them to send you a sign. Now, don't get too particular about when it has to be or what the sign has to be brought to you in. Just set the intention. Just say, please bring me a sign that you're okay, and then let it go. And you'll be surprised. It happens over and over and over again. Your loved ones will send you a sign and you'll know it's them. Just trust it. You'll know it in your gut. Your intuition will tell you it's them. And treat that sign as a beautiful message from the other side.
That is awesome. And I know a lot of people
Thank
have this on the top of their mind right now. They might want to get a session of their own. You're offering $30 30-minute sessions.
Yes, we love working with clients, and Las Vegas has been wonderful to us. And so all they have to do is reach out to Spirit and Spark and mention that they saw us here, and I'll extend that rate to them.
Awesome. It's great having you, Dallisa.
Thanks for joining
Thank you
us.
so much.
All right,
It was great. Thank you.
With Spirit and Spark. And if you want to watch this segment again, you can go to our website, LasVegasMorningBlend.com.